Hello everyone, I'm ExtraCheesy87 and this is Let's Play a Trails of Cold Steel 4 Part 72. In the previous video, we almost finished up our business for this section before moving on to the main story. We did our last two side quests, we fought a monster, and then we did a really cool airship rescue mission. Now we have 2 trial chests to do, 6 bond events, and 1 partridge in a pear tree before we go to the main quest. Take me to the Merkaba so that we can put the forbidden one in the party. You do have to stay in the back line though. I don't want to. Oh yeah, also remember last video when I said Angelica doesn't seem that she's good? She's actually the best character in the entire fucking game. Because I didn't really look at her S-craft and that it's broken. It's broken? Look at your man. Look at my man. Look back at your man. Look back at my man. What the fuck? Green. I mean, I know you'll probably get like it upgraded, hopefully, but like, it's ass compared to hers. Green, buddy, don't let Angelica upstage you. Don't let it happen. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to be like a late game pivot. Reen's no longer the main character, it's Angelica because she's so freaking cool. We love her so much here at Team Falcom.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
It's so great when she like sexually harasses people and they fall in love with her. Alright, let's do our trial chest. Now I just kind of like very ramshackle set you up. I gave you Brigand and Valhalla just because your S-craft is broken, so I guess you want like CP? I don't know. Let's see how this goes. I didn't give you any accessories, which maybe I should have. But I mean, since we actually have BP.
My turn.
Oh, you guys are fucked.
Time to kick things up. All right.
Now crit, I think flat damage is better. But you do have gun gear. And it will give her insight. No, let's do it like this. Chaos? No, don't do it like that. No, do it like this. Alright. No, wait, that won't work either. Okay, Chaos Raven.
Cut him down. Chaos Raven. Moving out.
Maybe we can just one-shot you. Now, you could free Chrono Burst. But I think we just want to... Let's just try this. So you did deathblow one of them? That's pretty pog.
Sucker.
I'm finished.
My turn.
I changed my mind. Angelica sucks. Bro, why do you have so much freaking HP?
Time to kick things up. Moving out.
Gang. I mean, freeze kind of works okay, but Diamond Nova's not nearly big enough in AoE. You can't kill Crow.
Give me a break.
My insight? It's very sick.
Let's go full throttle.
Okay, so you're lined up enough. Oh my god. Reen, why can't this be you?
Coming at you full.
Really, we're doing this more for the speed than anything. I don't really, and the defense doesn't do anything.
Back at you.
You can't be hit.
Moving out.
All right. I think you this is the play. Chaos Raven.
My turn.
Azure Destiny.
Moving out.
Fucking Azure Destiny again.
My turn.
You think I won't? Evan
My
Dragon.
turn.
You've got to dodge. If you don't dodge, you die.
Arcus, activate. Ha!
Crow deathblows every single one of them because he's the greatest that's ever fucking done it.
I'm finished.
You see, the thing is, my insight is still very sick.
Ha! My turn.
Okay, you are weak to, like, wind. Maybe we should have been using that. Or Mirage. Methinks are a little fucked.
Arcus, active. Sure. Moving out. Time to kick things up. All right. Over here,
My S-Craft?
sucker.
I guess it actually worked out okay because... Okay, then you guys kill yourselves.
All right.
I would prefer it if you guys killed yourselves a little bit faster. Yeah, we're still, like, super fucked. Because you can't do 28k damage. And you have this... none of this thing called mana.
Over here. All right.
Okay. And then... you... die... somehow. I mean, we could have used an item to maybe get out of that, but I'd rather just, like, do
Gonna
it
have to
again.
step up our game for this one.
Okay, this is fun. Angelica Don't Die 2022 challenge. Okay, so let's actually try this. I mean, granted, you're not buff.
Cut him down. All right. Sure.
Okay, this is still mostly fun.
My turn. Time to kick things up. All right.
You don't need to do it just yet.
Sure. My turn.
You see, the thing is about Crow is that he can't be killed.
Time to kick things. My turn. Cut him down.
It can't be done.
Moving out.
This is 240 physical. I'm guessing this is actually an instant cast when it says 11 delay. Okay, it is. That didn't really do the damage I was looking for, if I'm being completely honest.
Sucker.
Now, we can still get one-shot impaled.
Sucker. Moving out.
Okay, so whatever spell you cast has to be faster than that guy.
Arcus, activate. Ha.
Did it seal? He's dead. So then you get to go again instantly.
All right. Time to kick things up. My turn.
And then you're sealed. Plus basically dead.
How do you like this? Awaken.
Okay.
My turn.
Buddy, you got me sweating a little. Don't one-shot me, man. Could you not?
Sure.
Please seal. Oh my god, Crow.
Give me a break.
You're so...
Let's go full.
I mean, really, it's... Okay, we got to go first. That's pretty pog.
Moving out. Moving out.
I can't believe that motherfucker lived. It's all because Crow didn't crit enough. I'm gonna blame him.
Arcus, activate. Sure. Moving out.
Okay.
Cut him down. My turn.
Also having an Albion Wolf just for the extra damage would probably be kind of good.
Activate. Sure.
Finally, we got them all lined up for a big old dragon kick.
I'm finished.
Angelica, don't die in one hit.
Moving out.
Some. Are you guys dead? You're dead. I don't really know why that went so much better. Well, it helped that Crow went first for some reason. Instead of having them get like 6 actions before you got to take a turn. But that's a really fun one. Ooh, Chaos Raven's like OP as hell. Does it need a buff? I mean, not really. I mean, it's just very strong. Yeah, that's absolute insanity. Laura, yours has been upgraded too, right? 70 for 4 turns with 1 turn of insight versus 50 for 5 turns that gives an instant heal. I mean, insight is strong, but I think Chaos Storm's just better. Because it costs 1 less. Yeah, Chaos Storm, Omega tier Pog. Probably one of the best Brave Orders right now. At least offensively. Because honestly, I struggle to think of anything else that I like more. Agates is really good, just for the free strength, like the max strength buff on everyone for 3 BP. The break damage is a little whatever, but it's okay. I'm trying to think what other ones are good. Omega Operation is good. I mean, Avalon Hearts is okay. Or, I mean, it's good. I think Chaos Storm is just a bit better. Does it be it's 4 costs, right? I'm pretty sure it's 4. Crazy Hunt's a really nice all-arounder as well.
A powerful foe. Just my style.
Angelica, why are you still here? Okay, Muse, Yuna, Laura, Sarah. Some of you are set up. You're mostly set up. I think we'll change you back to being a Titania Virgo kind of gal. And then pop your Dragon Vision Mind. Your slots aren't upgraded, so we can't equip Arkham. Like, I think I was setting you up in between videos, and then I stopped. Because I was like, well, let's wait until we at least finish using Crow and what's her name? I mean, it's kind of okay, just like semi-guaranteed crits for unbalances. I mean, your damage output's going to be kind of ass, but we don't really care about that. I just want to give you all this shit, and none of it's good. Like, really, I just want you to equip, like, random stuff for now. Sure, a strike. Who was it? Yuna, Muse, Sarah was the other one. Okay, let's at least look at the fight first. Well, actually, you gotta go. It should just, like, auto put in the characters as long as you have them unlocked. I shouldn't have to go back to the Merkaba every time. It seems like a little pointless. Okay, Gaius, go away, and Yuna, go away. Laura at the no, Yuna at the front, even though you have no HP. There, sure. Is this the right one? This is the wrong one, isn't it? I do like the trial chest. Honestly, maybe something that would be kind of neat about a trial chest. What if they just like had your port set for you? Like you were just given like, you know, a preset loadout or something? I don't know. That'd actually be kind of lame. Don't listen to me. No, you're fine.
Why? No.
My turn.
The Magnum Dong? They knew what they were fucking doing because you're weak to fire.
Yeah.
I mean, you technically have a fire spell.
Shut. Yeah.
Send
go.
it.
Unforgivable.
I'm going.
Did you just almost die?
Ha!
Let's go.
You wouldn't kill Sarah, would you? You would? Pretty cool if you didn't.
Right. Now.
This one's mine.
Sarah? You did 0 damage? What do you mean your weapon hasn't been upgraded the entire game? Yeah, that could be some of it. 7k? 30k?
I'll handle this.
Oh, they did. That was the. Was that the all stats down one? Because I feel like all his stats ain't down. Yeah, it doesn't really accomplish anything.
Triumph, Avalon Hearts. Let's go.
The problem with like Avalon Hearts is that the first turn of Insight, like whoever uses it doesn't get any benefit from the Insight, which kind of sucks. Especially when a lot of times it's Laura.
I'm just getting started.
I mean, honestly, you probably do more damage with magic than if your strength is so fucked. Actually, you don't have a Master Quartz equipped, right? Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I didn't actually equip anything on you.
I'll shred you. Now!
An opening.
It's my turn.
This is 170 base power. And you're weak to fire, base, and wind. Best I can do is a mirage.
Ha!
My turn.
Okay, we will get the Avalon Hearts on that attack.
Azure. Now.
This one's mine. There!
I'm really more fishing for the feint slash seal here than anything. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I messed up. Yes! Shine! Yes! Arcus, activate!
Let's go.
This is fine. You wouldn't kill me, would ya? You wouldn't kill a girl with a big sword, would ya?
Arcus, activate.
Oh god, I was really hoping that was an instant cast.
I was careless.
Yes!
Oh, this is fine. Totally fine.
Ha!
You may be thinking, this doesn't seem very fine at all. It feels like you're about to fucking die. Wrong.
I'm going!
Wrong. I mean, considering one of our characters died instantly, we never res them, and the other was actually useless.
I hesitated.
That was pretty good for basically just being Muse and Laura. So we just want to give Muse a fire spell, and we pretty much win instantly. I don't think we have a zero cannon, though. So we can pop like Beowulf or something on you. Let's do Beowulf Titania. As soon as I find it. Granted, starting with the arts up would be kind of nice. Yeah, you didn't have a Master Quartz equipped. Okay, I'm just gonna give you this for Fortuna. Fuck it, I'll auto equip. So do, oh my god, that's actually not bad. Kind of, if you don't think about it. The defense one, maybe not what we're looking for, but I just need you to Fortuna Muse. And you, I need to live. Anything that makes it so that you don't frickin' die. Big fan. Any HP fans around here? Okay. So, I mean, Muse should be able to hit for, like, a lot of K damage.
A worthy opponent.
I'll care for you. Thanks.
Okay, well, ended up not having to, do that after all?
Let's go.
I got this.
You're fine. You'd never die, you know? Right?
Shot. I got this. Let's go. Huh? Yes.
You motherfucker. Is that targeted on Laura? I mean, you cast Zero Cannon earlier, but isn't that a single target now, I thought? We have no way to impede. Yeah, it says all stats down, but it... Oh yeah, I guess because he still has some resistance to stat down. That's why all of them didn't go through.
I'll handle this. Right. It's off balance.
Oh, your arts are down as well? Wait, that impeded you?
There.
I kind of didn't want you to impede. I wanted you to cast on Laura. But that really wasn't the damage I was looking for. Like, I expected more. Muse?
Behold the soul.
My feints?
All right. It's my turn.
Okay, Impassion
Focus
Laura,
activate.
because she's more important. Would you stop casting? It's actually kind of okay, because your arts are still down,
turn.
and ours are buffed. Our defense is buffed.
Arcus, activate.
Oh, that's Venom Flame.
I'll care for you. Thanks.
More like not very scary flame. You don't think that name's gonna catch on? You don't think the kids are gonna be calling Venom Flame that? I disagree. I mean, I guess you're still the best to have.
Here I go. You can't escape. Fire! There.
You know what the fuck.
It's my turn. Arcus, activate. I'm going.
Yuna, why'd you miss? I really don't want you to die.
Heal our wounds.
Thank you.
I won't let you. Yeah.
Okay, any second now,
I'll
you're gonna
handle
go
this.
down, and then you'll actually, it's probably better just keep lowering speed.
As you...
Or keep attempting to lower speed,
This one's mine. It's my turn.
since Muse is our main damage.
I'm going. Arcus, activate. There. Here I go.
Just a single crit. I mean, I guess you don't really have any crit rate now that I think about it, since you don't have Virgo equipped anymore.
shot. All right. I won't let.
Oh my gosh, she's pogged.
Let's do this. I'm going.
Yeah, that fucking showed him, you know? That fucking showed him.
Marcus, activate.
I must do something.
There. I got this. I'll shred.
My turn. As you.
My S-Craft?
Now.
My S-Craft? There we go.
Mine.
Oh my god, just fucking die.
Yes. Marcus,
I am
all right.
begging and pleading for you to no longer be alive.
My turn.
You live at 500 HP, you little fuck.
Good work, everyone.
I must continue to train.
That one's fun. It's a little easy, but... Oh yeah, I never noticed that it seems like you also get crafts from trial chests now. I don't guess that's maybe a difficulty mod thing? I don't actually know. Because I didn't really notice that at the time, or earlier, that we were unlocking crafts despite not leveling up after doing trial chests. Etheric Arts. I'm interested to see what the upgrade is there, because Art Celebration, it's... Yeah, okay, it's really Pog now. So, I mean, it's basically, it's on the same level as Crazy Hunt for art space stuff. I mean, crit rate is a bit better just because everyone benefits from crit rate. Like both arts and physical users. Whereas, I mean, EP costs some physical characters can make use of it. With stuff like Chrono Burst or even just some of the buff spells. It can be like a nice little way to have extra sustainability, but... A medium speed buff, plus the arts cost and the arts buff for 3 mana.
A powerful
Very good.
foe. Ready yourselves.
That just makes it, I mean, Zodiac Force hasn't been upgraded yet, but I think that's just better than Zodiac Force now. And we did get all the treasure here, it looks like. Can we go past the thing? Because it looks like we still haven't fully fleshed out the minimap. Oh my god, you little fucks. Oh, we probably shouldn't do that now I think about it. Isn't this just gonna cue Operation Earthshaker? I didn't do that much damage, honestly.
Sorry.
Laura!
We must
Oh my
go
god,
back.
she's Pog.
Farewell.
Do you have Regulus? Is that why you acted so quickly? You do. Okay, no monsters, no monsters. Okay, I promise we'll do bond events eventually. I thought trial tests would take like 15 minutes, not 30. I blame Angelica, it's her fault. She has the best S-Craft in the game, but she's bad still somehow. Scientists are still studying this phenomenon. I mean, this definitely screams like there's going to be something here eventually. Surprised there's no chest or nothing. But alright. Back to the Merkaba. It's fucking bonding time. Remember, Reen, always take 2 showers. Also, I don't think we ever talked to you two. How long have you been here? Sorry about all this. Would you stop apologizing? You know what happened. It's nothing. I just grazed my arm a little during training. I don't think it's anything that needs to be looked at, though. That's just the kind of negligence that'll leave you with a nasty scar. Now show me the wound, let's get it cleaned. Thanks, really. Wow, Dooley really knows her stuff when it comes to taking care of others. There, clean and wrapped. That wasn't so bad, was it? Thanks again, that was so nice of you. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta give you something, Instructor Rain. It's the ID for Ellie's Palm Party account. We thought you should have this so you could help test the connection we'll be using to share intel with Lloyd and the SSS. Plus, you can play the game too if you want. Oh, cool, thanks. Want something to drink, Doobly? It's on me since I owe you one. What would you like? You're a very upright person. Very well, I accept that. Okay. Ellie, as soon as I figure out how to open the Arcus, you're dusted. There's still a lot left. Oh, this one, I don't know. I mean, one of these is Tio. I mean, I guess maybe the last one's Tio, because she's the Lord of Pom Pom.
Let the game begin.
Oh god, how do I play this? Oh fuck. I haven't played it in some time. My brain? Oh god. That was actually all part of the master plan? All part of the master plan? Just like that was also part of the master plan if you don't think about it? Nah, this is fun. See? It all goes according to plan. The only time things don't go according to plan is when I purposely fuck up for dramatic dramatic reasons to create drama. At least the Palm music's pretty good. Some might say it's Palmers. Oh my god. I will admit I was too busy glancing at what was going on to pay attention to the fact that we've won.
Well played.
Okay, oh god, Machias. So alright, who all has bond events? Machias, Altina, Alfin, Laura, Towa, Kurt. Alright, let's go ahead and get it out of the way. What's with the flowers and suitcase, Your Highness? I'm just preparing myself is all. I was wondering if we could make a stop at Ulster once the opportunity allowed. Okay, oh god. Alright, Alfin, you've got a major advantage here. Just based on what the content of your bond event's going to be. Don't fuck it up. I see, Prince Oliver's childhood home. The state funeral for the victims has already been performed in Heimdall. The remains, however, were completely incinerated. Though the grave itself is quite extravagant, it's actually empty. No matter how I thought about it, I just couldn't picture my brother's soul laying to rest there. Now, you say incinerated. Do we at least find the ashes, or...? I'd like to go back to his old hometown just once to lay some flowers there. Highness, it's just a personal whim of mine, really. We can talk more about it when the time is right. I should instead be thinking about what kind of contributions I can make for the ship, couldn't I? Remember, I'm a member of the crew before I'm a princess. Don't hesitate to assign me my fair share of work. Prince Oliver's childhood home, huh? Maybe I should pay my respects too. I mean, come on, you gotta. If you're up for it, Your Highness, I could have Valimar tickets there. I'd like to go pay my respects to Prince Oliver as well. I'd really appreciate that, thank you. Rena and Alfin took Valimar to a remote region of Erebonia. They went down to Ulster taking care not to be conspicuous. Or you can't fuck this up. I don't believe they can fuck this scene up. It's gotta be great, right? Ulster music in the background going to visit Oliver's grave? We made it. Sorry for making you carry so much, Reen. Oh, I'm glad I could help, and it's really not so much to carry, I assure you. Is it his loot? I think I can tell what it is just with the weight of it. Between that and what she was talking about with Sandy earlier. This is where the Lindheim household was. This is where Oliver was born and raised. I've been wanting to make a visit, but it burned down before I could. You know, those of us in Class 7 actually did stop by back during the Civil War. You and the others told me about it. That lightning struck it a few months ago. Could it have been some kind of omen? Anyway, I'd like to offer some flowers and pay our respects. You see, this monument is... it's... something the matter? Someone's already lit a rose already. They must have had the same idea and got here before us. I think I know who. That black ribbon is used by the Arnor house in times of mourning. It must have been Cedric. Oh? What exactly is going through his mind? There's this, but what happened with the Crimson Wings in the first place? Thinks he has the right to mourn Olivert? Yeah, fuck him. But I suppose the same could be said about me. Absolutely fucking not. Alright, Alfin, I'm hard on your character, but like, you're not... I mean, really, Alfin's character is fine. I just don't really... Her like, love for Reen is so freaking forced. Your Highness? I asked Emma and Celine about the rivalries, Reen. If you do wind up facing off against Cedric, if you feel any pity or sympathy for him, you must bury it, even if it's a matter of life or death. No pity, no sympathy, no remorse. Fuck him. He gave the order, he has to live with the consequences, and those consequences are Reen stabs him in the stomach. Poor Oliver. I mean, even though, of course, Oliver wouldn't want you to kill his brother because he's like a great dude. Your Highness. I mean, you've always been so gentle by nature. To be honest, if you do end up finding Cedric, I worry that your kindness could cause you to hesitate. Prevent him from doing that any more damage than he already has. Princess Alfin, I'm afraid I can't allow myself to do that. When it comes to Prince Cedric, I have Kurt to consider as well. But I have to think about you too. I'm not under the illusion that everything going forward will be anything but complicated. This is Prince Cedric we're talking about. Your twin brother and the person closest to you in a lot of ways. Your Highness. Like, I do respect Alfin telling Reen to do that. What happens with the rivalries is not set in stone. I think the best thing is for you to think about what you would like yourself to do. Once I know how I can help, I'll do anything and everything in my power to do so. Reen. I still have a lot to figure out, things the way they are. I think that at least we just laugh. It's true, with father out of commission and with mother being held captive, I must face Cedric in place of Oliver. Even simply as his only sister, I will think things over carefully and I won't run away from this. Sounds like a good idea to me, Your Highness. Prince Cedric also offered flowers here. I think that act conveys a certain sentiment. Thanks, Reen. Bro, he literally gave the go-ahead to kill Oliver. I have no sympathy for him. Right, actually that's not one to do here. You know the case of him making you look around? I was almost sure it was the loot. Is it? It's the most beloved souvenir from Oliver's travels in Liberal. I've actually been taking the odd lesson here and there lately. I just might be able to hash my way through a song or two. According to Sandy, the mayor's out at the moment, so we're not pressed for time. That's good. The whole situation with the mayor sure is strange. Balmore's on standby, so I can't see any reason why we need to hurry. Be honored if you would play for me, Your Highness. I'm a little nervous. Okay, deep breath and... Oh, okay. It's kind of getting me a little bit. Sorry, Reen. I was able to play it better earlier, I really was. Maybe the size is throwing me off? It really can make a big difference. I think this particular lute is a little big for most women. That was, Amber Armour, right? You mind if I play a little too? That's right, at least mention you know how to play the lute. That explains how you were such a perfect lead guitar for your performance at the Academy Festival 2 years ago. I suppose so. Dad gave me some lessons growing up. I'm no virtuoso, but it's a pretty famous song, so maybe we can make our way through it. Brightly shooting stars, leaving trails in the skies. Like a guiding light, they show me the way to your eyes. This yearning passion tears my heart in twain. And the cruel moon mocks my pain. If this fleeting dream shall never be, a single wound will remain in my heart for all to see. Our passionate first and final kiss. Your tears to me are an amber bliss. Let us mirror this eternal love. That was lovely, Reen. Really lovely. You might even be better at this than Oliver. Thanks. And given how often you played this lute, I'd be surprised if that were the case. Hearing this song again really takes me back, though. Used to listen to it a lot when I was little. Seems like Oliver's mother, seems that Ariel really loved it. The song is how she expressed her feelings when she refused father's marriage proposal back when he was the crown prince. I really feel like I can imagine her performance from Oliver's eyes. I see. His Majesty the Emperor told me she refused his proposal, but I didn't know this song played a role in it. It's like Oliver was filled with the same sentiment. I get the feeling that the basic ideas and emotions we have as people don't really change much from generation to generation. Mine as well. Huh? I think we'll be finding out Elise's whereabouts sooner rather than later. We're gonna find her, Reen, find her and bring her back. I think that fate has set this course. Well, when someone is kind enough to assert that, it really makes you focus in and face what lies ahead of you. That's exactly what I intend to do as well. This isn't the time to be reserved. Right here in this situation, I'm sure that Oliver would be in total agreement if he were here, but my thoughts regarding Cedric here are less clear.
Reen, I'm in love with you. I have been ever since the day you rescued me. 2 years ago, on the Pantagruel. You may see me as nothing more than your sister's dearest friend, the Imperial Princess under whom you serve. But all I truly am deep down is a girl whose heart longs for you.
That's our biggest problem with these events. Is the way Reen has to go, Here, I think that your lovely performance charmed this out of me, Reen. And you don't need to give me an answer or anything, okay? I just wanted to share how I feel about you. I think that a lot of things might change for you when Elise is back. Abso-fucking-lutely not. And once the real battle begins, I don't think there'll be any chances like this. Your Highness. Should we be heading back to the ship then? I still need to determine where Elise is. I actually think I might be able to help Towa out. I mean, okay. If they had saved the love decoration for like the second event, I think that one would have... It just feels a little premature. But not really premature, it just kind of like... It just kind of feels like tacked on. Honestly. And then Reen having to do his whole, I'm a fish out of water, I can't, you know, say anything because it's not time for the player to make the choice for me. Is just like, that's probably my biggest problem with the romantic Bond events. But like, I mean, all the stuff prior to that, you know, playing the lute, visiting Oliver's grave, fantastic. Like, super, super good. Even if it does just kind of underline, or like how, I guess, like I feel like that's a moment that should happen in the main game. Right? There should be some sort of like big send-off to Oliver. Now granted, I guess it's because, and we still don't, I mean, I have to assume he's not dead, right? There's been some hints here and there, plus the general way the series goes. But, so I can kind of understand, at the very least, maybe they've learned from what they did with Crow, where, you know, if you make a big deal out of his death and then reverse it, it feels even cheaper. Because you made a big deal out of it. But, yeah, that's a good scene. Just the love decoration at the end is it could have probably been saved for the second one, or like the second special Bond event or whatever. I feel like it doesn't Because it just feels like she just kind of like says it and the bond of it ends. I don't know. At least with like fees, for example, there was kind of some more like stuff afterwards to it. Like it wasn't like Fee says, you know, I love you by the way, and then it just instantly ended. There was at least a little bit more, but it's kind of had a similar problem. Yeah, overall, not bad though. Because I mean, I don't know. I don't think Alfin's like a bad character. She is a little underdeveloped, still. But she is also kind of a side. She's not like a main character. I really ought to pull my weight around here like the rest of you. I shouldn't be standing by as a guest in our sort of circumstances. I can't just sit back and let others do the work all my whole life. I think just like, I mean, really one of my biggest issues is just the way she's presented, right? In CS1, like even when she said she fell in love with him during the Pantagruel, I mean, maybe if that was the case, if it was like Alfin has showed no interest in Reen until he rescues her, I mean, it's kind of a huge cliche, but like, whatever, I'm not like that hung up over it. But Alfin was very clearly written as a love interest for Reen, like the second she materialized into the game. Which is kind of my biggest issue with her, is that Alfin, as she's presented in the game, does not exist in a state where she's not in love with Reen. There's no arc there. It's just she materializes and is in love with Reen, right? But who do we want to do next? Let's do that boy Kurt. Not too bad if I say so myself. Doing some practice, I see your movements there felt really natural. Yeah, it surprised even me, to be honest. And I guess it's to be expected with having crossed swords with Lieutenant Colonel Neidhart. Being able to hold my ground against one of Muller's sworn friends was a big moment for me. Yeah, wait, were you there? Kurt. You weren't a required member though, right? But we did bring you. Does that dialogue actually... Because you don't have to bring Kurt there, right? I'm trying to remember. Oh, no, was it during Ordis that we didn't have to bring in? Yeah, it was during Ordis that you didn't have to bring Kurt. Yeah, because I brought him because of the Zector, or Zex stuff. But I guess maybe you did have to bring him to Saint... Yeah, you had to bring him to Saint Arc. I'm pretty sure. Can imagine. Looks like we'll have to thank the Lieutenant Colonel in general for that time. Or for that sometime. Definitely, but maybe not quite yet. I imagine Prince Cedric is also steadily improving his skills. Maybe I should start searching for that thing Uncle Zex told me about. I know, Zex told him to look for something? Wonder what it could be. Special swords? This thing your uncle wants you to search for, I assume there'll be some big story behind it. I'd like to know more if you wouldn't mind. It might prove useful to us later on. Sure, instructor. I don't mind. Would you be willing to accompany me somewhere in that case? We can talk more about it on the way. The legendary Vander Cattiers. An even more powerful version. Kurt briefed Reen on the item he was looking for, and the two headed out to their destination. You think this is the sword we're looking for? It must be. It matches the description. Roland Vander was the renowned swordsman who founded the Vander School. This is one of the two legendary swords he wielded during the War of the Lions. 39 bucks. Seems pretty cheap. No kidding, Roland Vander really was an incredible swordsman, known for taking up arms with the young Drykles himself 250 years ago. This is the sword your ancestor used, huh? Indeed, his left-handed short sword to be precise. It's been missing since the war. My uncle reached out for me from the naval fortress. They apparently received word about a sword matching the description recently. Maybe I'll discover the essence of what it means to be a sword of protection through the blades that once belonged to Roland. That was the top secret communication he went out of his way to send to the Merkaba. I think I understand. It didn't show up during the last Civil War. It showed up now, when you're struggling to grow as a swordsman. Even other people would probably consider it fate. I admit that I'm more than a little self-conscious that I may be unworthy of such an honor. Even so, this is the sword my family has spent generations searching for. As a Vander, I must retrieve it. Alright, let's sort things out with the store owner. Thanks to their friendship with Ash, the store owner McEnroe gave them a special price. They got it polished at the weapon workshop and took it out to give it a test run. Really? They have enough money to buy the legendary fucking holy artifact of the Vander family? I mean, did we use Vander funds? Am I gonna be like, oh, you just lost 100,000 Mira? I mean, I would think that thing is probably worth like millions, right? This is the sword Roland Vander once used. How do you like it? The weight and balance are perfect. It almost feels like it was made for me. Of course, I'm a dual wielder. I'm going to need another of these if I'm going to make full use of it. What? What's going on? Oh, my head, it's like there's something surging into it. Kurt! Is it time for Kurt to get his own anime superpower? Seen it. Reichels, my lord and dearest friend, I hereby pledge myself to your cause. I will not leave your side until you accomplish your goal. This I swear upon my blades. If the power you wield should prove too much for you, I'll do whatever it takes to bring you back to your senses. Even if it costs me my life, I will watch over you and the Empire. Power you wield, eh? What was that? A memory stored within the sword, maybe? No, maybe it would be more accurate to call it an echo of its owner's consciousness. Bro, you made that up. In other words, you just caught a glimpse of Roland Vander's past. That was Roland? Unbelievable. Man himself fell during the War of the Lions. It looks like a part of his spirit remained in the sword to watch over Emperor Dreichels. Probably resonated with us due to our connection as Awakener and Secondary Contractor and our similar relationships to Dreichels and Roland. I see. Trutterine. Kurt Vander would just like to let it be known, he's not fucking dying for you. Piece of Roland's soul, huh? Never thought I'd get to feel connected to my ancestor in such a manner. I know, like, also he's like, the sword's perfectly balanced, yet it also has a fucking statue on the hilt. I can't let him outdo me. As a Vander, I owe it to my family and myself to overcome this trial. I'll open Prince Cedric's eyes to the truth, just like Roland would have done for Dreichels. With you as my witness, I swear it upon this blade. Inspiring words, Kurt. I'll be counting on you. Kurt Vander would like to keep the sword. Kurt and Reen continue to train before returning to the Merkaba. Kurt decided to keep hold of the sword until its partner could be found. Coward. Oh my god. He's maxed it? Kurt, buddy? Reen's first true greatest friend? Hey Kurt, no, not feeling too worn out, I hope? Far from it. Thank you for offering your support, instructor. Time to live up to the Vander name and fulfill my oath is now. I must rise to the challenge. That's great, I'll be counting on you. Okay. But like, I mean, I get you want to use them as a set, but like, maybe we should you can just use one for now. Kurt, it'll be fine. It won't throw you off that much. You're a great swordsman. Fine. Who's next? I mean, I guess we'll probably do Towa last. Altina Heart Event scares the hell out of me if I'm being honest, but let's go ahead and do it. What's Altina doing out here? She must be pretty lost in thought if she hasn't even noticed me yet. She's so focused in right now, but I ought to check up on her as an instructor. Alright, better snap her out of Clamsaleus. Where are you going? Also, wouldn't this mean that Clamsaleus is flying at the same speed as the Merkaba? How does that work? Either the Merkaba slow as hell, Clamsaleus fly as hell. Trutterine. It's nothing to worry about. I still have a few minor tasks I need to take care of. You needn't trouble yourself with everyone's private matters. Altina, wait. Where's she heading off to? I better go after Valimar. Oh, we're already 15 minutes in. Rainey explained the situation to the others and then began trying to figure out where Altina had gone. While searching using the terminal document, she stumbled upon some disturbing information. It was related to Reen's hometown, Ymir. The government had a strategy in place to send the Imperial Defense Force to occupy this neutral region, capture the Baron and his wife, and draw Reen out into the open. Today was the day this operation was scheduled to be put into action. Class 7 immediately hurried to the Isengard mountain range. After hiding Valimar among the rocks and crags, Reen made for Ymir as fast as his legs could carry him. Kinda interesting. Please, it can't be too late. Stop right there, brat! Bro, who the fuck are you? Oh god, remember that time you fought that Magic Knight? Oh, you're talking about Altina. Bro, Altina could destroy you all with the flick of the wrist. Who would have thought a little kid could cause so much trouble? That black puppet. Wait, are you the Intelligence Division's Black Rabbit? Perfect, you can join the band until the Ashen Chevalier gets here. He's for Iagon? What the? He's galed it? See, that's what they should have had him do during the airship quest. They're like, we're gonna shoot the civilians before in a blink of the eye fucking Reen, you know, cuts their guns in half or something. Even the Zalvar Soldat, impossible. Could it be him? No, there's no way. Take your hands off Altina. Instructor? Pull yourself together. We're the Imperial Defense Force are crying out loud. Call reinforcements. We'll surround him. Sorry to break it to you, but they already left. Oh, hello. You. Scarecrow. Ironbloods, what are you doing here? I was gonna ask you that. As usual, we have a non-interference agreement. Applaud your passion for your work, but breaking that agreement by coming here and something we look kindly on. We were just... Major, what about the Ashen Chevalier's actions at Ortis in the fortress? What are a few sacrifices that mean stopping him from stemming the war effort? Look, I didn't come here to talk military strategy. You'd leave the area immediately. That comes straight from old Blood and Iron himself. The Chancellor? You heard the man, withdraw. Okay, Reen, next time a Zalvar Soldat shows up, you better beat it on foot easily. Sorry about that. Some of our troops have more enthusiasm than sense. I'll be making an example of them. No one will dare touch Ymir again. Lecter, what are you... Well then, see you around. Don't be too harsh on the Black Rabbit, okay? She did this for your sake, after all. I'm very sorry for acting so recklessly. I just wanted to help and... Thank goodness you're alright. Appreciate the sentiment, please don't do that again. Talk things through with someone, don't rush out on your own. I won't be able to take it if I lose you too. Okay. Of course, I should have thought of that. Could have put him through the same pain he felt back when he lost her. I'm sorry. I promise that I won't do anything like this again. Okay, as long as you understand. You're okay. Everything's fine.
I can't carry on the way I have any longer. I need to change. I may need to do what Milliam did. No, that would cause him pain as well. I need to come up with a plan of my own, to protect him when and where he needs it most. What is this emotion I'm feeling? It feels somehow different from my connection to the others. Could this be what they call...
Why's she gotta be 13, though? Reen and Altina climbed back to the mountain. Up the mountain to Valimar. They made it back to the Merkaba safely and reunited with their friends. Oh my gosh, she's maxed it. Instructor Reen, I'm really sorry what happened before. It won't happen again. It's okay, as long as you understand. I'm just glad you're alright. Instructor, thank you. How do I really feel about him? There's still so much left for me to learn. Like, either it should have been purely like a brother-sister thing, or even like a father-daughter, you know, if you want to do it kind of like Lloyd and Kia. Or just not make her a 13-year-old, you know? And I mean, technically she's like a 5-year-old, honestly, but you know, whatever. Let's, who's next? Laura. Okay, we'll do Machias, then Laura, then I guess Towa at the end. No, let's do Laura, then the Mockster. Why so serious, Laura? Slap him upside the fucking head. Everything okay? My apologies, I was just lost in thought. We were able to get you and Crow back. We've been recovering our comrades one after another. But there's still the Ironbloods and Ouroboros to consider, as well as Zephyr and the Red Constellation. And I really hope to stand up to those blocking our path. Do I truly have what it takes to serve as an heir to the Arseid family in the Blade Master's stead? Thoughts like that have been weighing quite heavily on my mind as of late. Laura, my sword itself is in fine condition. If there is a problem, it must lie with me. I must further hone my abilities, as I wish to continue to serve as a blade of Class 7. Looks like Laura's hit a bit of a dead end. That being the case... Right, maybe we could try there. You don't have to go down to the surface with me, Laura? Whatever for. If you intend on polishing up your skills, then I think I know the place. This might help you shake off any stagnation you're feeling. Very well, I can't say no to you. So where is this place exactly? During the course of their intel mission, Reen and Laura stopped on a certain island. Rihanna, the same place you settled things with Crow. Suppose this would make an ideal trading spot. Yeah, it's uninhabited too, so we don't have to worry about causing damage if we go all out. You're not that strong. I've trained alone in the mountains before, but having a whole island to myself will be new. Group B went here back when we were students. I doubt anyone will find us here. It's perfect. Now, we should set up camp so we may begin. First, we need to establish a base camp, build a fire, and find a fresh water supply. Laura, we got main story to do. Sounds good. Let's do it. Laura, we have to be back. I mean, I guess Reen has his Time Lord powers. All right, we can rely on that. Can you two just like start fighting? After pitching their tents, finding food and water didn't take long. Couldn't you just bring some snacks from the Merkaba? I know like you can see the treasure chest. Sorry, Elise, Tio, Reen and Laura have to go camping for 4 days. With preparations finished, they were able to devote themselves to improving their skills. Both of them were used to training in the great outdoors. They moved across the island, alternating between individual practice and sparring matches. They started to lose track of time until eventually... Sheesh, could have sworn the fork I said it would stay dry. This is another side effect of the Great Twilight. Or maybe I was overthinking it. No, you can't just burn the Great Twilight for literally everything. Oh god, I stubbed my toe. Let's do the fucking Great Twilight. Perhaps summer rains are always unpredictable. Let's give it some time. It may be over soon enough. Good thing we don't have like access to a robot that can teleport us back to civilization or, you know, a ship. Sure. Some time away to train was just what I needed. Concentrating on nothing but swinging my sword has done wonders for clearing my head. Thought this would be enough to overcome the uncertainty of my blade, though. Right. This about your dad? Yes. I don't even, why you even have to ask that question? Oh, did your dad being murdered, did that fuck you up mentally? At the same time, I truly believed I would black out momentarily. I felt so powerless. It was as if the ground had been pulled out from under me. The idea that I was only a burden to Emma and Gaius, that I could not save you or Milliam, it was almost too much for me to bear. Laura. More than anything else, I despise myself for being so weak. With an R-save, my blade is meant to inspire and push others forward. But I was unable to do it. I couldn't even come close to my father's legacy. I knew how much Elisa and Eustace must have been suffering, but I couldn't do anything for them. I mean, I truly admire you for deciding to undergo the rivalries. Everyone in Class 7 is working so hard in their own way. Even Crow is breaking free from his own past. Surrounded by people with so much determination, I feel like I'm the only one who isn't doing enough. Well, don't worry, they all feel the same. So much for being the Radiant Blade Master's daughter. Have I only been riding on the coattails of my father's renown all this time? Am I truly that weak? When I consider this, I only want to run and hide away from it all. This must be what's causing my lack of resolve. Is that right? You know, Laura, you and I really are quite alike. Huh? Well, like, we both like swords, and we hate ourselves sometimes. When I was being held in the workshop, I spent so much time cursing my own weakness. Everything had gone so wrong, and I felt like it was all my fault. But unlike you, Green, as a fellow practitioner of the blade, I've always kept a close eye on you and your skills. Somewhere along the way I noticed something odd, but I couldn't quite place what it was. Until now, that is. What do you mean? You're searching for a place to die, aren't you? I know the Chancellor's heart beats in your chest. And that's what's keeping the curse of the Empire alive. However, you are not like Crow. Once you die, you will not come back. Therefore, I must ask, why are you giving up so easily? I mean, I said it back during the rivalries that I'm surprised nobody is, or that, you know, Reed himself didn't try and be like, oh, maybe I should, you know, just like when he's so, like, depressed or whatever. Now, of course, I don't think you should even consider that idea, but therefore I must ask, why are you giving up so easily? You won't answer? Let me see if I'm correct in my guess. Is it because you can't forgive yourself? The curse spreading throughout the continent, millions' death, you blame yourself for all of it. And now you feel like you don't deserve to live and that dying will in some way help you atone? Am I right? Yeah, something like that. Actually, exactly like that. What's the point in hiding it when you can read me like a book? Countless lives will be lost because of the war in the Great Twilight. None of this would be happening if I'd been stronger, if I'd realized what was going on sooner. Well, no, none of this would be happening if Osborne wasn't a fucking villain, dummy. I wouldn't say I'm trying to throw my life away, it's more like I'm looking for a way to make my death mean something. That's the best way I can put it. I thought so. Then she beats his ass. This may sound strange, but I'm happy you told me. Now that I know what burdens you bear, my own issues seem petty in comparison. There's a rage building up inside me that has cut away all the pain I was feeling from losing my father. I won't falter anymore. It's also clear to me now. Laura? That's sexual assault? Okay, not really, but I mean, kind of.
And
What
that should speak for itself.
What if Reen's like, nah, I'm suing you now?
I'm no different than Elisa and Emma. Fee as well, I suspect. Though it may seem strange to hear me say it, I too have feelings like this. And when I'm with you, I can hardly contain them. The path of the sword has brought us together, and I'll do whatever I must in order to prevent that from changing.
Laura? Thank you. I feel a little better now. And here I was thinking this trip was about you cheering me up. Or me cheering you up. I guess the best either of us can do is accept our mistakes and try and get on with our lives. Yes, and not only us. Why else do people band together and encourage growth in one another? I will endeavor to not let this weakness of mine hold me back. You must do the same. There must be others you wish to be with instead of me, but could we stay like this? Just a little longer? Of course. So, here's my thought on, well, let's let it finish entirely. That's a pretty intense storm. Looks like we'll be able to train some more now. Yes. Are you alright? Hey, don't tell me you're embarrassed now. What, of course not. I'm just surprised I could be so bold. Anyway, it's time to focus. You gave it a train, remember? I never knew Laura could be so cute. Alright, alright. We'll train extra hard now to make up for the lost time. We gotta get over our own weaknesses and help each other grow, right? Indeed, let's start. So, like, I'm a little conflicted. I think the scene there is good. It provides a lot of needed, like, for Laura, because her father's death has been a very underutilized aspect so far. It's basically she just kind of mentions that she's bummed about it at the start of the game, and then they've never really addressed it since then, even though I feel like that should be like a big deal for her character. So her kind of talking about her feelings and working through them with Reen, great. Same with Reen kind of admitting that he does, in some way, like he kind of has that suicidal tendencies, which is really interesting. Super good. The fact that you have to, like, do a romantic scene to see that, though, kind of sucks. Another intense training session. They headed back to the ship. So, like, I don't know. The stuff, really good. But I guess that's just kind of, like, my issue with them a little bit. Is that there's no way to see the events, really, and also have them be platonic. Because, like, that scene, like, honestly, that scene is good enough to be, like, in the main game, right? Reen and Laura talking to each other and working out, you know, their feelings like that. Like, not necessarily romantic feelings, but just, you know, Reen's kind of self-hatred plus Laura's, like, both of them kind of have this inferiority complex in a way. And having them work through it, fantastic. But then the, you know, just kind of her randomly kissing him is weird. I don't know. There probably should have been like a... Like, I'm trying to think, like, you know, the way Persona... Like, I guess I can only really talk about Persona 4 Golden added... Because I think in regular Persona 4, they did the same thing, where, like, all social links were romantic, like, by default. But then in Golden, they added the option to have them be platonic. In the sense that at certain points in them, there would be a, you know, situation, and then it'd be up to the player to make the decision on whether to make it romantic or not. So you could still see all the scenes, but you could have the, and I think Persona 3 Portable was the same for its, on the female protagonist routes. For like the redone, or the revamped social links there. A lot of the ones that had romantic bends could also be platonic. And it was, instead of just choosing to not do them. Because, like, I mean, I would hate to miss that scene with Laura, because that's a ton of, like, character development that she desperately needs. Same with the Alfin one, right? That is, like, a great send-off to Oliver. That's something that the game has been needing to do. So, I don't know. That's, I guess, kind of one of the things, is basically having there be more of a choice within the scenes themselves, other than just, like, don't do them. Because if you don't do them, you're missing out on, like, vital character development. Okay, well, we'll save you for last, Towa. Because since they chose the way to have a lot of the character development, especially for some of the characters, like, Old Class 7 in particular kind of struggles past CS1, where any character development they get comes just from Bond scenes, with some exceptions. So yeah. Can't be. What can't be, Machias? I don't know who I'm looking at. Is that you, Reen? My dad just sent me an orb mail about the current situation in Ordis. A certain someone was dispatched there recently, by order of City Hall. Is there some sort of issue with that? No, it's not a big deal, really. Just my dad's been in kind of a tough spot in Ordis over this partial demotion and all. This could get messy for him, and all I can do is hope he keeps on fighting the good fight. I don't know all the details, but Machias seems pretty worried about his dad. Keep that in mind. With that in mind, Val might be able to get us over to Ordis. But you have to sneak it into Ordis with me again? Even if the Imperial Defense Force is there, we still have a chance if we go via Valimar. Reen, you mean it? Thanks. There's actually a few things I want to check up on over there. Will you just get in touch with my dad and help him work this out? It'd mean the world to me. No time to waste then. Let's get going. And then Eustace walks in. Machias, why are you talking to a plant? Ah, shit! After contacting Governor Regnitz, the two headed to Ortis with Val Marcel. One of the governor's subordinates was waiting for them in Ortis and escorted them to the mansion with the utmost secrecy. Thank you, Machias and Ring. You risked a lot to come back here. I only went to report on what was happening lately. I guess I've made you worry. I just wanted to check in and make sure everything was alright. It seems like new problems are sprouting up faster than weeds. I like the National Mobilization Laws Conscription and Requisitions Council? Yes, whereas the Government Accountability Inspectorate falls under the Judicial Branch, the Ministry of Justice is an executive agency where the Conscription and Requisitions Council was only recently established. As the name suggests, they have the authority to requisition and conscript according to the law. So one of the council members was sent to Ortis and is now carrying out the law. This person is only targeting nobles. Yes, it's information I received from Vincent and the Fluoride family. They seem to be covertly seizing assets way beyond what the law permits. Some noble families are now on the verge of bankruptcy. They're taking this way too far. It's almost as if they have a grudge against nobles. Yeah, Irene? Have you figured it out? Have you figured out what the fucking game is about? I can't be right. They're nobility themselves. Indeed. One of them is the son of a count who was once in marriage talks to the Cayenne family. Yeah, it's almost like they only fucking look out for themselves. Depending on what happens, it could go against the secret non-intervention agreement with the nobles that Hugo and Vincent negotiated. I don't have the authority to execute anything now, but it's necessary to have oversight as a member of the Inspectorate. Well, I'll do all that I can to help now that I'm here. This all sounds very familiar. Pardon the intrusion, Governor Regnitz. Has something happened? One of the council members is currently exercising their duties at the harbor. The cargo transport ship shared by the noble family is enforcedly requisitioned. So anyway, Machias started blasting? Alright, now let's get started. It shouldn't take too long since we're splitting the documents between us. Once they've been categorized, we'll send them out to the appropriate squadrons. Understood. Oh, look at that, he's got his little feather. You guys. Or leaf thing. What are you kids doing here? This is a restricted area. Hey, you in the glasses. Haven't I seen you somewhere before? Wait, does he mean me or you? You know this guy, Machias? Yeah, I had a feeling we'd meet him here. It's been a while, Arthur. I haven't seen you since Sis's funeral. Oh. You mean... I feel like he'd be older. Ah, first you get to see your dad again, and now you, Machias. Good to see you. Sounds like you've been doing some good work at Thor's with the Government Accountability Inspectorate. Man, you've, really grown. Remember right, Machias' cousin was in a relationship with the noble son of a count. The Cayenne family butted in and caused everything to fall apart. I hear you're no longer at City Hall. You're part of the executive committee that pushed the National Mobilization Law through, right? Yes, I applied right after the law was passed. I didn't ask to be transferred to Ortis. That was just a coincidence. Everything that happened, I figured I was in no position to face you or your father. I see. I'm not here in any official capacity, but there's still something I need to ask you. What exactly were you planning when you seized that ship? According to my father, nobility intended it to be an emergency resource for refugees and victims of war. Even with a national mobilization law in place, seasoned supplies meant to support the citizens won't be allowed. Under normal circumstances, I'd agree with you. The law can be interpreted in a lot of different ways. I've already had this policy approved by the committee. I'd argue that since the nobles have resources to spare, they should shoulder the lion's share of the burden. I'd say you got around it. But it's true, you're not even hiding the fact you're robbing the nobility blind. This is a blatant abuse of statutory interpretation. Your experience, you have to know that. Machias, you remember the Civil War. You were there, after all. You've seen firsthand the suffering the nobles' foolishness has caused. And the four great houses are the worst of it all. Yes, they've paid reparations, but it's not enough. They've held back the progress of the Empire and its people for generations. have to make them pay for everything they've done. If we're to overcome this war and create a brighter future, they must pay. What is this? I thought so. Arthur, listen to me. You can't do this. This isn't what Elsa would want. What? This whole time I've been trying to understand why you support the national mobilization law? I mean, you're from a noble family yourself. Why would you be so harsh on other nobles? But I think I have my answer now. You've never forgiven yourself for Elsa's death. The pressure from the nobility, the things you've said, they've all been weighing over you over these years. But I told her! I told her I'd treasure her as my mistress instead. If we couldn't accept that, if she just accepted we couldn't be married. I don't understand it. Why would she take her own life? What am I saying? What good will it do to me to repent now when it's too late? You see, you've regretted it all this time and those feelings festered. Forgive me, but I've been keeping tabs on you in my spare time. After Elsa died, you left City Hall and continued working for a different department. Your ties to the Cayenne household were completely cut and you were as good as disowned by your own family. Despite all that in your own way, you've been trying to change the Empire's nobility. It's all been to atone for what happened to Elsa, isn't it? I don't deserve those words. Believe me, I know how you feel. Back then I hated the nobles and how powerless I was to change anything. You must have lost any remaining faith in them thanks to the Civil War. They used the national mobilization law to erode their power and put them in the line of fire. But this isn't right. It doesn't matter what dirty tactics your foes use or how much the odds are stacked against you. I believe in the law, and if we really want to change the world, we'll have to do it by the book. Damn it, I know! Tried to do things legit, but it wasn't enough. No one's ever going to change anything that way. Not alone we can't. I can only speak for myself, but I haven't given in yet. My cousin's death hit me hard, just like you. I started to give in to my hatred. The time I spent in Class 7 gave me a new outlook on the world, and led me to the Inspectorate. I know there's a better way out there for you, and I'll help you find it. The least I can do for the man my cousin loved. I kind of love how this is just like Machias doing his thing. Machias. You really have become a fine young man. But me, I haven't grown as a person at all. I can never face you or your father after everything I've done. You shouldn't worry so much. Just come forward and face us head on. Yeah, I can teleport. Get over it. Governor Regnitz. For better or worse, I'm going to stick out my post as Imperial Governor from here on. But I can't do it alone. I'm going to need the help of young talent like Reen and Machias. And it goes for you too, Arthur. We've worked together before and we can work together again. I think this is what Elsa would want. Yeah, I agree. What do you say, Arthur? Will you work with us to change the country for the better? Machias. I messed up again, didn't I? Sorry, Elsa. What have I done? Arthur released the cargo ship and returned it to its rightful owner. Though he continued working with the National Mobilization Law Committee, he promised to change his ways and revise the requisition policies. Like, that one's freaking great. It's just like, it kind of does bum me out. Like the Bond events, like that should be like part of the main story. Like, let Machia, like, that's a moment that everyone should see. Right? Because especially for the characters that are, they kind of struggle in the development, like, department? Yeah, I feel like I finally found some closure too. Thank you, Rain. I don't think I'd ever found the words to get to Arthur if I hadn't met you. If I've grown at all, it's only thanks to you and Eustace and the rest of Class 7 too. Well, you're welcome. You helped me out too. I think I can put a little more trust in the future now. Who knows, I might even be able to reach some kind of understanding with my own father. Yeah, understand that your sword's going through his chest. Right. Decapitate his ass. Fucking regen from that, you fucking casual. I guess none of this even compares to that. You're gonna have your work cut out for you. Just know that you can always count on me for anything. You're a good friend, Machias. Thank you. But like, that's great. What happened this time turned out pretty well for me. Need to thank you again. It's no big deal, I just gave you a little push. You know, it's my job now to look out for you. No matter what you face, you've got me and the rest of your friends behind you. While we're together, we can overcome anything. You're right. Now, if only I could figure out what button to push to get this coffee. That's a B7? E7? Oh god, is that a 7? I can't tell. Alright, so we got the toaster left. Guess we should go talk to you guys again. Reen, thank you for helping me out with my training earlier. A lot happened back there, but anyway, it really helped me get my head on straight. Hoping to continue to support each other from here on out. Of course, thanks, Laura. A lot happened back there, but anyway, it really helped me get my head on straight. Yeah, the lawsuit's in the mail. Did we talk to you? Hey, Kurt. Yeah, we did talk to you, and hey, we didn't talk to Altina again? Instructor Reen, I'm really sorry about what happened before. It won't happen again. It's okay, as long as you understand. I'm just glad you're alright. Instructor, thank you. And we did talk to you. Alright, Towa. You got some pretty stiff competition this time. Like, I mean, most of these have been really good. Honestly, all of them have been good. There's just been kind of like maybe little weird moments in them. But we'll wait until we finish them all before we talk about it. Reen, nice work earlier. Only because of you guys, Towa. Great job gathering all that information. By the way, what's that O file on the screen? Well, you see, Elisa brought some data over to the Merkaba. They appear to be files from that she got from Rin, that girl from Libero. The Ouroboros files? Rin, you mean Tita's friend, right? The former enforcer? What kind of data did she give you? Remember about a month ago when Libero and Crossbell teams infiltrated Orkia's tower together? Apparently they acquired some top secret files full of confidential information. You might have some detailed reasons on what exactly happened in Heimdall back then. Right, not to mention information on past incidents. Information that's not so well known. Problem is the files are protected. They're not going to be easy to analyze. So the idea came up with dividing the files between us to be decoded individually. That makes sense. Reed has no fucking clue what's going on. All that information would definitely be a huge help to us and all our allies. I thought the same, that's why I decided to pitch in. I'm working on one of the files right now. It seemed like one I might be able to parse. I see. Those files are all encrypted. The more shovels at work, the better, I imagine. Mind if I try and help him, Towa? First things first, Reen wants to know, what is encryption? There's enough computers for both of us. Things should go faster if we divvy up the work. You don't have to do that, Reen. I know how busy you must be. I'll find the time to do everything on your own. That's a bad habit you're gonna have to kick. I know a thing or two about using a computer, so just know which part I should work on. Oh, Reen, you're the last person I want lecturing me about taking on too much. Yeah, true. Still, I really would appreciate the help, so go ahead and take a seat. Yeah, okay, if I just hit all the keys really fast, like I see Towa and Muse always do, I'm sure they'll think I'm a real computer hacker. Configuration's complete. Initiating automated analysis. Thanks, Reen. I'm all done setting up on my end, too. Now to integrate the tasks, and then we'll start auto-logging the analysis results. Maybe I should go grab us something to drink. There. All it's left to do is to wait until it finishes up. Nice work there, Towa. Here, I got this for you. When did you... Wait, is that Coco? Help yourself. I know it's a favorite of yours. Your treat then, huh? Thanks, Reen. You got black coffee for yourself, though. That's no fun. Sorry, I'm not really one for sugary drinks. I mean, I drink coffee black, too, but, like... Don't be a weirdo, Reen. Sugary drinks are great. It feels just like I did back in school, sitting around the student council room. And you guys helping me out and me lending you a hand in return. Looks like it happened all over again. I really am glad you're alright, though. Reen, thanks. Still, we have a whole mountain's worth of problems left to get through. We still don't know where Elise is or the rest of the Academy personnel at that, but we do know. Sure, Angie is back, but George and Crow, no matter how cheerful he acts, he's still... Towa. Okay, I'll stop. I'll be in for a real hair ruffling if Crow heard me whining like this. I'm sure Angie would just take that as a challenge to start rubbing herself against me. I think that might end up happening anyway. You're telling me, those two are just the same as ever, aren't they? bet George is too, somewhere way deep down. Oh, I think it's done. We should have to check the logs. I'll help. Let's split it up. Working together, Towa and Reen finished piecing together the fragments of the secret document. Oh my god, it's just a dick pic of Osborne! Resulting information regarding an incident from around 17 years ago. Though unrelated to the present situation, it was nevertheless a startling and unexpected development. Oh, it's an airship? The airship crash? What a freaking coinky dink. So what's this about? It's some previously unknown information about an airship incident from 17 years ago. One with the international ship that ran between Crossbell and Haliask up in Northumbria. There was a problem with the orbital engine. Everyone on board died in the resulting crash. The truth is, this was no accident. It was an attack, one resulting from a secret battle between the Ereboni and... So it is the same airship. Or presumably the same airship that Grimwood's family died on. One resulting from a secret battle between the Ereboni and Calvardian intelligence divisions. Most of the passengers are Crossbellian citizens, and the whole event became an indirect cause of Crossbell's bid for independence 2 years ago. There were also a few Erebonian citizens aboard as well. I see, like her parents. They were on their way home from attending an academic conference as political science and economic specialists, right? Right, I was pretty young then, so my memories of it all are very faint. My grandfather told me that the conference is about seeking out possible methods of economic revitalization for Northumbria. Of course, the people of Crossbell were livid. They never paid any real mind compared to the major powers whose squabble they got caught up in. I feel like I'm only now getting a real sense of just how outrageous all this was. Towa. Each of these events of the past has invariably changed the situation we found ourselves in today. That goes for this incident, and for Himmel too. Sure, the Empire's curse may be the underlying cause, but that cause is nothing without people to act upon it. That's why we can't afford to look away. We have to face what lies ahead of us. You're right, Towa. Even so,
Thanks so much for your help, Reen. I don't know what I'd do without you. Now then, let's get all this analysis data sent over to the other teams.
Yeah, let's. Guess I should let her be for the time being. Still, this keeps up. Bond with Towa strengthened. Here's a special moment with Towa. That one's pretty good. It's not quite at the same level as some of the others. It's just not on the same playing field, I don't think. Just like the scope of it, but thank you for helping me with the analysis earlier, Reen. If anything comes up, you'll be the first to know. I might be overdoing things a little. Maybe I should let things be right now. She knows how to take care of herself. I mean, I do like that there's no... I mean, that's one of the things that I do like about Towa as like a potential romance candidate. Is that, I mean, it has been a very, like... The build-up feels much more natural than a lot of the other characters, right? Compared to, say, to mention Alfin from earlier, where, like, she exists in a state where she's in love with Reen, basically. Or at the very least has a crush on him. Like, the soon as she materializes into the game's universe. But overall, ranking Bond events at the tippy top, I don't know. The Laura one had some fluff to it, right? Like the whole them camping is weird. And the kiss, like the forced, or like the introduction of the romance stuff felt a little forced. I mean, not really. I don't know. I just kind of wish it was like... I'm just a little annoyed like you can't see that scene without it being romantic, I guess. Honestly, the worst was probably Altina's. I don't know, there just wasn't too much to it. I did like the line from Reen when like he finds Altina and like she's safe. I liked that. But other than that, there's not really too much there. Machias's was also really good. Honestly, Machias's might be like the most like solid. Like there's nothing wrong with it. There's like nothing wrong with it. There's no like quibbles about it. Where like Alfin and Laura had some really high highs to it. Like I think Alfin had the highest high, right? I mean, Reen playing Amber Amor is great. But that scene was more good because of Oliver. than it was for Alfin and Reen. So like it's a little of an unfair comparison in that regard. But I mean, I do like some of the aspects of Alfin's character, like basically telling Reen that like she's kind of okay with him killing her brother. Like that's a lot, that does take a lot to say, right? Who else was there? Oh yeah, Kurtz was fine, just kind of like mid. Like it was probably like bottom to top. Like Altina, Kurt. Towa. Laura, Alfin, Machias. I think you gotta give it to Machias, man. There's just, it's such a like important scene for him, I feel. I don't know. Maybe Laura second. Honestly, if there wasn't the kiss thing and if they'd saved the romance for like the second Bond event for her, I think the Laura one would be the best. Like I just have like a couple minor quibbles with Laura and Alfin, whereas Machias is like, there's no problems with it. I don't know, it's kind of hard. But that's probably our best batch of Bond events. Like all of them are good. Definitely. Alright, I think well, let's talk to Towa. We did talk to Towa again. So we're ready to go do the main story next time. Kind of a long video as we did all those Bond events in the trial chests. But next time we will continue the main story and get to rescuing Elise and more importantly, see you outside. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye guys.